start your presentation now.
Yeah, thank you, Albina, for the introduction. I would like to apologize because there's some technical problem with my camera, but please confirm. You can see my screen, yeah? All good? Okay.
Yes,
Great.
yes.
Yeah, so let's get started. Yeah, welcome to our 5th webinar. We would also, would like to extend a big thanks for joining and from taking time over a weekday. Also would love if you guys can basically share about the webinar with your friends, like how we are trying to help homeowners or future homeowners like yourself to basically be successful in terms of getting a bank KPR. So yeah, without further ado, let's jump in. In terms of the reason for Tanaku to exist, we want to help homeowners like yourself and make homeownership possible. And the second is, in terms of our mission, we want to provide an affordability solution which makes homeownership affordable for millennials. Yeah, we are widely covered by press. And then in terms of developer partners, we have a lot of homes that we have tied up with, especially with Alam Sutra, Istana Group, both in Bandung and Jabodetabek, mainly in Bay area and Tangerang. So please feel free to reach out if you are interested in any of the above. So yeah, why is KPR important? There was a government statistics shared around 81 million millennials who are still not homeowners. And mainly it comes down to two things, affordability and qualification. Basically, in terms of affordability, saving 10 to 20% down payment is very high for a millennial. Second is when it comes to monthly KPR, you usually have high interest rates, hidden fees. There's a floating interest rate that also kicks in sometimes, which makes it very hard to pay monthly installment. And the third is when you go to a bank, you may not even know the problems due to which a bank basically rejects your application because the BI checking is quite stringent. So these are broadly the main reasons why you can't get access to one. But KPR is still a great solution if you do not have the cash to buy today, but you want to buy as an investment for future because you slowly pay for the house as the house value increases or gets higher. In terms of getting a successful KPR, our tips that we want to share with you guys is choose a trusted developer. Basically, one, plan the right home. So pick the right developer, pick the right house, and pick the right KPR program. And we'll come to how exactly. Second, pre-qualify for KPR. So you need to be mindful of what kind of profile do you need for bank to approve you. And second, what document you can already start collecting so it gets easier. And what do you need to keep in mind for getting your approval in place. And the third is financing. How much they pay, how much, are there any hidden fees? There's something about hidden fees that really goes quite a lot high in Indonesia. So you need to be mindful of that. And third is what financing options are available for me outside of a KPR, right? And then buy home. You have to get into a cycle of paying a 15-year, 10-year loan. So it's kind of important to figure out what happens in worst case scenarios. Cool. So choose a trusted developer. Pick tier 1 developers, mainly like Alam Sutra, Sinarmas, etc. Pick developers who have existing collaboration with a bank, mainly with mortgage. That's because the bank would already do the background check on the developer. And also, if the property developer already has a KPR team, it will get easier for you to collect your documents. Also, make sure that the developer has the SHM and basically the certificate and all the different permits to operate. There's a lot of scams that can happen in real estate. So you have to be careful that, you are you're kind of accounting for that. So second, choose a home that fits your income. Sometimes we overestimate how much house we can buy. The thumb rule is you should not spend more than 1/3 of your total monthly salary on your KPR. Anything more than that, even the bank is going to flag it. So if your monthly salary is 10 million IDR, approximately, your monthly payment should only be around 3.3 juta. So do not aim for a house that doesn't fit in your income. So 1/3 is the best ratio to go for. Also, if you're currently married, you can apply for a larger financing limit in a joint income scheme. That makes it easier. Third tip, planning the right KPR. There are many hard words to understand. The financial instruments usually look harder than they are supposed to be. So you need to keep a few factors in mind. What is the interest rate? Is it fixed? If yes, for how long? Tenure of the loan, offers in the market and the promos. Look for new age digital banks, which make it easier. And then you need to be mindful of the simulation. So you can actually see how much do you have to pay per month and plan it as per the 1/3 of your monthly income ratio. Cool. So for example, this is how a similar table looks like. So three things to mind is this is basically your home price. You can pick any of these. We'll also share a calculator link with you. But then basically you can go to any website, put in the property price. You can find the property price from like Beli Rumah Harga, Tangerang, etc., like these kind of keywords, or from 99. You'll get an idea of the space and the price. You need to save for at least 10 to 20% down payment. And an ideal tenure would be anything around 15 years. This is something that you need to watch out, is that this is a fixed interest. So it will become floating after a few years. So that's one thing that you need to see the whole calculation. And also this is the monthly payment. So going back to the point around it should not be more than 1/3 of your salary. This plan looks very doable for someone with a 10 million salary, right? And if you actually end up seeing that the monthly payment is higher, either increase the tenure of the KPR or increase the down payment, which basically means save more by in a few years. Also important to pay your existing debt for KPR to get approved. The way Bank of Indonesia, when they do your BI check, is usually it's only the call 1 that gets approved. Call 2 may or may not get approved. It's at the discretion of the bank. Usually we have seen that increasing the down payment helps to do that. But then anything below call 3, call 4, call 5, which is not smooth, doubtful, congested, you will have a very hard time trying to get a bank loan. So do work with our team if you have any of these issues. For example, one of the solution we have can be used to increase your pay off your credit card bills as well. So for example, you can work with our team to see how you can move up in terms of becoming a desired customer by the bank. Yeah, so just remember this table when it comes to applying for a KPR. There's a bunch of documents you need to organize. We'll send this across to you separately. But then these are the list of documents that you definitely need in place. Also, very important small point is that you need to be working for at least 2 years. And then out of that, there should be 1 year work history in the current organization. Also, checks are common. It's possible that the bank will send someone to talk to your HR or talk to someone who has issued your employment certificate. And you need to be a permanent employee. If you are a freelancer or someone with temporary income, please reach out to our team and we can basically give you options of how you can do that. But for a KPR, permanent employee and being able to have a salaried slip is super important. And also, one thing that millennials and people forget is that while it looks like you just need 10%, aim for at least 20 to 30% DP. Mainly because even if it is 10%, sometimes the bank looks at your profile and thinks your salary is not enough to pay the mortgage repayment, so they will ask you to increase your DP to 20%. Second is you might also have to plan for fees like notaris, processing fee, asuransi jiwa, appraisal fee, BPHTB, AJB, PPB. So you have to plan for all of this. This can come to around another 10% of the house price. So at least look at saving 20 to 30% of the house price. And that's where Tanaku comes in. So what do we offer? So for people who are looking to buy a house, we help you with all three. Yeah, we help you with DP booster. Around 10% of the money is something that we can give you upfront to use to buy your house. Second is you can, if you are someone who's getting troubled with monthly payment, you can also take it and spread it across a tenure of 3 years to reduce your monthly payment. And the third is you can mix both and you say, oh, I want a little bit for my early upfront fee like notaris, etc., clearing my credit card, and the next rest I need for KPR subsidy. We can create a flexible custom plan for you. Second is qualification for KPR. We do it free of cost. Everything that we spoke about, if you go through a bank, it will require a lot of documentation. Sometimes if you put a booking fee, it may or may not be refundable. So it's actually easier if you go through our team and we can pre-qualify you easily. So you can know your financial status as of today, right? And then if you decide to work on your application, we handhold you end to end. And like I said, you can look at homes, which are apartment or landed houses in Bay State, Tangerang, to use any of our program to buy any house in any of these areas. So just speak to our team and we can help you through the catalog of homes available. Do your simulation in terms of what kind of program is the best fit for you, and then once you are able to figure that out and we lock in an option, you can move with us. Cool. And just to show you a quick sample of the savings, there's actually a lot of savings that you can drive. For example, with the KPR subsidy, if you go with the market KPR, if your monthly payment would be 4.7 juta, with Tanaku, it is only 3. So you save approximately 36% per month. And even in a landed house of around 1.2 million, you basically save around 30-31% per month. So that's a massive saving that you can drive by using our affordability solution. And if you decide to go with a flexi plan, you can decide to use some of it to offset the DP cost and some for the monthly KPR subsidy. Yep. And the last tip, use Tanaku repayment protection. Once you take a KPR, there's still a long way to go. It's a 15-year tenure. A lot of things can happen. You can probably have a bad time, or you lose some of your emergency fund to take care of some other financial situation at home. But if you are on a program with us where you buy your house with Tanaku, and you take any of the DP KPR subsidy programs, we give you protection for 1 year if you lose or fall on hard times, and basically, which means that for a small fee, Tanaku can basically cover your protection for mortgage payments for maximum up to 1 year. So which will also be a great way for you to make sure that the mortgage is always paid back on time and you never have to fall into a debt where basically the collateral is taken away from you from the bank and you successfully complete your KPR if you work with us. Apart from that, there are multiple other benefits in terms of working with us, which is basically we also pre-qualify you for free, which is a very big problem that millennials have, is they don't know their financial condition as of today, right? So yeah, those are the main tips. Feel free to WhatsApp us or share your contact details with our team, and then if you want to do a more deep dive call of discussing options of what home you want to buy, even if it's 6 months to 1 year away, we can already start to help you pre-plan some of your homes. Great. Any questions from anyone on the KPR?
Ya, nah tadi Banu sudah menjelaskan ya beberapa tips, terus udah gitu ada juga penjelasan mengenai solusi yang ditawarkan oleh Tanaku dengan adanya berbagai problem. Harapannya adalah dari Mas Yetro dan juga Mbak Astri, terus ada Mbak Ayundari dan ada Mbak Putu juga di sini yang mungkin sedang merencanakan pembelian rumah gitu ya. Jadi semakin terbuka nih informasinya gitu. Dan mungkin kalau misalkan memang salah satu dari Mas dan Mbak mau drop pertanyaan, boleh, mumpung masih ada kita juga di sini, masih sambil berjalan webinarnya, silakan ditanyakan apa yang mau ditanyakan, boleh dari sisi Tanakunya atau lain sebagainya juga boleh, dipersilakan. Kami juga selalu online ya, Mas dan Mbak, untuk menjawab pertanyaan kalian melalui WhatsApp ataupun bisa dari telepon juga gitu. Kita bisa di reach out di nomor telepon yang tertera di sini. Jadi kapanpun ada pertanyaan, ada kendala, apapun itu yang mau share ke tim Tanaku, ke home tim Tanaku, silakan message kita. Sebisa mungkin, semaksimal mungkin pasti dari tim Tanaku akan bantu kalian gitu untuk mempermudah proses pembelian rumah kayak gitu. Ada yang mau ditanyakan mungkin terkait KPR ataupun landed house, apartemen dan lain-lain? Oke, ada dari Mbak Astri ya. Kalau dari saya belum ada. Oke, good materi by the way. Thank you so much. Oke, Mbak Astri. Sip. Nanti ini aja ya, kalau misalkan memang ada pertanyaan, silakan kayak Mas Yetro, terus sama Mbak Astri kan sudah kontak-kontakan juga sama tim Tanaku. Kalau misalkan memang ada yang mau ditanyakan, silakan banget, boleh banget di chat aja ke kita. Apapun pertanyaannya, kita usahakan akan selalu jawab.